'cause all this job tree will surely burn. Now you know we're all on a path, and I hope you learn. No, and I know
The power of passion, the power of forgiveness, the power of understanding, the power of now. Living in the now to accept our past life and grow into what our future life has waiting for us. To grow into abundance, to grow with strength, to grow with heart, living with heart every day. Welcome to our group. Welcome to health. Welcome to wellness. Welcome to personal growth. Health. Holistic epilepsy awareness for loving, transforming, and healing yourself. The new health in your new life will bring you the light in life for you to grow into an abundance of growth, into a new person, a new being, a new man, a new woman, the ultimate being. Prosper daily through the fuel of forgiveness, the fuel of happiness, the fuel of acceptance, and the fuel of unlimited, boundless potential that you have within your heart by living with heart, connecting the dots of thoughts, and going from the heart to the mind, and eliminating in between the mouth full of excuses. Accept what you've had in your past for what it was, and begin to use it as fuel for what it can be, what it will be, and what you will grow into daily through the power of positivity. Welcome to our group, and welcome to a whole new life.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing great, Liz. How you doing?
Good, good. Where are you today? You're always in some different cool place.
I'm traveling everywhere. I love it. Visiting my parents up here in beautiful Reno, Nevada. This is about
Nice.
8:30 this morning. You might hear me a little cold because I'm from San Diego, and here it's about 40 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the snow is melting. April 1st. We just went through a huge snowstorm last night. No, April Fools. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
No,
that's
it's
good.
when I got here 3 days ago, the whole mountain was snow. So it's already been depleting. It's getting a little warmer. I'm in shorts right now, ready to go down here and play some pickleball. So gonna play in a little bit, but traveling out here, having fun, and love connecting with you and helping others. How have you been? What's new on your end?
Good. Well, as you know, I'm up in Canada. It's like 4 degrees today, but I think we're going to get a bit of rain. But again, I'm looking out into the palm trees. So the street I live on is lined with palm trees. And everybody goes, Canada? And I go, yeah, we probably got a couple hundred palm trees in the city I live in, right? Because we're very south and very close to the U.S. border. So funny little piece of land that juts out into the water that's half Canadian, half American. So,
Okay.
yeah. So, hey, for today, hi everyone. We're going to be going live or on Zoom every Friday at 8:30 a.m. And we're looking for different topics you may want to talk about. We'd love to interview some people. So today, our topic is going to be, what do you think we should talk about?
About business, finances, how epilepsy has affected us in the past, what it did to us in our work environment. And I've had numerous experiences in inside sales. I went from outside sales to inside sales because of epilepsy. So things like that how it affected your life, my life, but more on a financial level, on a business level, and work level. I know a lot of epileptics can relate to that, right?
Oh my gosh, like for me, yeah, there was a financial hit. Oh my gosh, yeah, because sometimes I'd have to take a month off work or take time off work just because of the epilepsy. But the one thing about it was that the external costs that weren't covered by the government. And I think for my health costs, for looking for alternative solutions and help over the years, I probably put $120,000 into extra health costs over the years.
Wow.
That's 20, 30 years, whatever. But yeah, for additional, looking for solutions, alternatives, to get healthier, all this other kind of stuff, right? So, yeah, that was one thing. And the other, I'd lost the odd job because of it. But I think one of the, big financial
It's kind
hit.
of like how it affected us, because I went to AA for years too. So for alcohol, they had you do this in a DUI class. And I'm bringing up this analogy because it's kind of related, is what did alcohol do to you? What did you lose financially? Did you lose a job? Did you lose a marriage? All that stuff I lost. So you would do the math, and I literally lost over $1 million, if not more, in my life because of alcohol. So epilepsy was similar because, for example, I had a job in 2005 that hired me for inside sales. And I mentioned epilepsy. I mentioned I had it. But on my third day there, I had a grand mal seizure in the sales room. And within a couple days later, I was doing well. I was closing some deals already. They let me go because everybody was freaked out. Everybody saw me and was just like the ghost. And they had a clause, we can let you go for any reason within the first 30 days. And that's
Wow.
fine. I didn't get any action against that, but people saw this, guy having a seizure. And then they looked at me like, oh my God, there he is again. And the manager was deeply affected by it, because I guess I was in a sales meeting. And all of a sudden, I'm just doing the fish, as my friend used to call it. And
Oh,
no one wanted to really communicate with me. And within a week, I was gone. So that is a big point for epileptics out there that can understand this. You are either lose your job, or you're affected by it, where people look at you like, hi, and then they walk away.
yeah.
They don't want to, right?
I think I did lose the odd job because of it, but that wasn't the reason. I don't remember. It was would have been 40 years ago now, 30 years ago. But yeah, it's people don't realize the, losing jobs, license, relationships, friends, or relations with people that, they're uncomfortable with it. And again, the additional costs, that we go through for other costs that aren't covered, they're high. Loss of income when you can't work. I remember one job I had for years and years and years. It seemed once a year, the doctors were like, you got to take a month off. And so you're not getting paid, you're not having that income, and you're off work. So it does affect us. Like you say, it's financial. A lot of people don't realize, for health things, the extra costs that are involved that a lot of people don't have to, do, right?
Yeah, that's why we're here too. You and I came together to help epileptics understand that they're not alone, and what they've gone through and are growing through. They're reaching out to me, to you over the years. I've heard many stories in the same situation where they're living with their parents in their 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
They've lost things. They were doing well. One person was a friend of mine on Facebook here, was in the Army, doing well at 21, about the same time that started happening with you, 22. He had a grand mal seizure. He had to be honorably discharged, started having epilepsy. They don't know why, but it went on for 7 years. He wanted to kill himself. It was horrible. You lost everything because he's a go-getter. He wanted to be a Green Beret, all these other things that he talked about, Navy SEAL, whatever it was. He had inspiration his whole life to be like those guys. And then in one moment, your life's over, meaning like that life that you wanted can't happen. You can't drive, can't do things. It's over, right?
Yeah, and I remember being told all the things that I couldn't do, and that was one thing. We'll talk about another time, but it was all these things you can't do or you shouldn't do, and I kept thinking, well, what can I do
I love
as an alternative, right? Like some of the things they said, you shouldn't skydive. Well, I don't know that I ever would have gone
I'm going to go do it anyways because you said I can't.
So there's my excuse. I don't have to do that now. But yeah, it's just finding what you can do instead of what you can't, finding solutions, being the victor, not the victim, and just working through it. But, I had somebody reach out to me last night saying, do you have epilepsy? And they go, I didn't know you had that. Well, I'd known them for years and years and years. And I guess I had never shared that I had it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they were just like, oh.
it changed their view, because like we talked about before, some people don't know what epilepsy is. They know the word, but then they're looking at you and they're like, what's going to happen? We don't know. And all the small malls I had from being like, and just kind of zoning out for a while, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and people go, what was that? And I go, oh, I have epilepsy. And they're like, oh, wow. So to all the people out there viewing this, and as we grow our group, you're not alone. We want you to turn the alone to all one within yourself. That word is similar, because you have to come to a point in life where you have to accept it, but also work as a group here where we can help you grow from it too.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we're going to, we want to interview people. So please, if you're interested in being interviewed about your epilepsy, reach out to us, and we'll put the information on our page, our Facebook page, in the private group. And again, we're going to do this Fridays at 8:30, either on Zoom and post it on our page, or Facebook Live. And we'd love to know what topics you'd like to talk about. And please invite everybody you know. Let's come together and be a support for each other. And because we all know what it's like to have epilepsy, right?
Yeah, and whether they have epilepsy or not, your friends, your family. One I just left a message for yesterday, following up with her, a lady that has a husband that has epilepsy, and she's greatly affected. So she is almost PTSD, really bad, because he has him when he sleeps at night, and she can't sleep. It's affected her. So people like that, where you want to come in and talk about a topic, it's a private group, and we'll get on people that want to talk about it. We can interview. We want to start doing that. We'd love to interview people and hear their story, especially when it comes to health, wellness, changing your life. Like in my case, sobriety. In your case, Liz, different topics of changing the people we hang around, what we eat, what we drink, meditation, anything, just what works for you and what works for your body, because there's no body like your body. You're not just somebody. You're not like everybody. You're the one body that matters most. So pay attention to it.
It's awesome. I love that, right?
Yeah.
Well, listen, enjoy your time in Reno. It looks beautiful. And everybody come and join us. We'll post the information. Oh my gosh, look at that.
Yeah. And then, I don't know if you saw this, say nice in a nice way, older man. Looks like he's in his 70s. He was hiking just now. He's got all his thermal stuff on, and I'm sitting here in shorts going, I gotta get, I'm from San Diego. What is this?
Meanwhile, I've got on a turtleneck and jacket. Wow.
It's clear out here. There's no way.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm actually,
that's
I'm like 5 blocks from the ocean. So in a couple hours, I'm going to go down and go for a walk on the ocean, and hopefully
take some pictures and get some videos out there, and we'll post it on the page too.
Yeah.
Let people know we're here for them.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Well, we will talk to you soon, and thanks again, and bye for now, everybody. Bye.